Morning.
Morning. I'm back. Thank you. Yay.
Anyway, hiya. It's going to be one of those days. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks, lads.
It's going to be one of those days where we're going to get a bit of sunshine, we're going to get a bit of rain, and we're going to get a lot of cloud. And it's going to be 19 degrees. And let's leave it at that.
Okay, so 19 degrees is all right, isn't it?
No, it's too warm.
It's too warm.
I heard someone like that over the weekend. I was in Garvey Super Value in Tralee on Friday after work. I was going in to get a few bits, and I actually heard someone at the counter while it was teeming down with rain outside. Oh no, it's very warm. Yeah. It's very muggy. I can't be dealing with this. Anyway.
So hopefully you all had a great weekend. If you got up to anything exciting, you can leave some messages here and we'll give you a mention on the show this morning, which gets underway in just under 10 minutes time. Some of the big stories in the papers today: Irish Independent front page, the €5 hike to the state pension and weekly social welfare payments is in jeopardy. That's amid a battle in Fianna Fáil about the upcoming budget, and the social protection spokesman Willie O'D saying that he would be robustly arguing for the same €5 hike in welfare payments. So that's on the front page of the Indo today. Also there, Sheedy's faith sees history somersault. Lots of reaction to Tipperary winning the All-Ireland hurling final yesterday, beating Kilkenny comprehensively. Was it there 14 points in it or something?
I think it was 14,
like that. It was a bit mad. But a lot of reaction to that inside the Irish Independent as well today. The
Examiner has pictures of Seamus Callan and his family celebrating on the front page of the paper there from Croke Park yesterday, actually, as he lifted the Liam McCarthy Cup. Penn's visit, a risk to citizen safety, is the main headline there. Increased security will impair Garda ability to operate as per normal. This is when the Vice President of the States, Mike Pence, visits Ireland. And British resigned to hard border in any no-deal Brexit. The government and the EU are working on ways to avoid border checks after a leaked document revealed the UK has accepted that there will be a hard border if they crash out of Europe. And that was, I think that leaked on, was it either Friday night or Saturday morning? But a lot of the weekend papers had it anyway. And it goes to show things like shortage of medical supplies, food, shortage of all this kind of different stuff, because obviously there'll be a border and stuff cannot freely go in and out. So that's in the Examiner there this morning.
A story about Tusla in the Irish Times today. At-risk children face years of delay before being put on the Tusla register, says a new study. So this, obviously, Tusla is the system for monitoring at-risk children, but it's found gaps of several years between Tusla receiving those reports and children actually being placed on the child protection register. And also co-living, everyone's talking about it at the moment. I have to say, like, obviously you wouldn't expect a family to live in a co-living situation. Now that's awful. But like when I finished college, I lived in a room with two other girls. Like there was three of us, and one of us slept on a mattress on the floor for a year. And like, it's not ideal and it's not very nice, but sometimes these things happen. Everybody's absolutely up in arms about co-living. I don't think it's the answer to our homelessness crisis, but it's not the end of the world, surely, for some people.
It's also not new.
It's not new, and in other countries they do it. In Ireland we've got this huge thing about owning houses and owning land and all the rest. In other countries people don't mind doing this kind of thing. But residents in co-living developments, this is more bad news about co-living, they face year-on-year rent increases. That's because these houses, these co-living setups, are going to be exempt from rental protections, unfortunately. So that's in the Irish Times today.
The Mirror leads with the story: evil Irish paedophile John Adams died aged 79 without showing remorse for his crimes. He was serving 4 life sentences at Dublin's Arbour Hill prison for sex crimes, which are quite graphic, actually, as they go into it in detail in the Mirror. And Met Éireann says we're in for temperatures of 25 degrees as the kids go back to school. So they predict that from Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the temperature will begin to rise, and certainly from next Monday, as children are back into school, we could get temperatures between 20 and 25 degrees nationally. So, we'll take that.
That's good, yeah.
I'm not back to school, so it doesn't bother me.
My child's not back until the following Friday, so that's good.
We'll have actually get a week of it, so you should do, yeah.
And of course the Rose of Tralee Festival is on, so
yeah, it kicks off Friday, so yeah, you'll have kind of nice weather for that as well.
That'll be great.
Hopefully.
In some of the big top trends this morning, a lot of people talking on Twitter, obviously, about the hurling final yesterday, about the Sunday game and coverage of the final yesterday, and at the team hotel as well last night, and what was going on there. And Richie Hogan as well, following on from that. A lot of people talking about the red card yesterday, which did indeed turn the game. And that is also, I saw a lot of interesting talk about that tackle. What did you think of it?
That was a red card, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. There was a lot of people saying, no, God, he was hard done by. And, you know, so I saw an interesting conversation. I followed this guy on Twitter whose son died from a concussion playing rugby, and he's all about increasing the chat about concussion. And someone had commented on his page saying, yeah, this kind of thing shouldn't be allowed. It should be a red card. It's dangerous. Like, came into contact with, from the chest up at least. It was kind of, I don't know, was it his chin or what he hit, but yeah, absolutely agree it was a red card. But a lot of people talking about Richie Hogan online today.
Yeah, well, look, James Owens was the referee. I think he did the right thing. He checked Cathal Barrett. He consulted with the linesman, and then he took his time, and then he explained to Richie Hogan what had happened and what he saw. And I think he did everything right. A lot of people, a lot of Kilkenny fans criticising the referee's decision, but yeah, look, it was a red card. And Brexit is trending after what we just mentioned there as well, was the leaked document at the weekend, which shows kind of the worst case scenario. They've come out and since said, oh lads, that document's out of date, and it's just a worst case scenario. Don't be worrying about it. It's all good. But yeah, a lot of people talk about that online as well this morning, because we're 70 odd days away now from 73 days to be exact from Halloween and the Brexit actually happening. So,
personal question for you, Andy.
Yeah.
How often do you change your jocks?
Well, I'd say every day, but sometimes could be twice a day because of training and so on. Yeah, but
normal, I would say.
Yeah, normal.
Every day, and then if you do something that makes you sweat more,
you change
twice a day.
Yeah.
Well, according to new research, wait for it, almost half of people, 45% of people, which is 4.5 out of 10 of you all you people, don't change your underwear every day.
Nice.
Oh, and wait for this, 13% of people said they could wear the same knickers or boxers for a week.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
You are disgusting.
You are disgusting.
You 13%. 13% of the people watching this right now wear their knickers or jocks for a week.
That is sick.
Yeah, so comment here, how often do you change your knickers?
Show us. No, don't. Today is also World Photo Day, which kind of comes in kind of handy because we've got our photo of the day happening again later on, details of which we'll give you on the radio in a few minutes' time. We have more lunch boxes to be won. We've a brand new voice on Who's for Breakfast because it was won on Friday. It was Bishop Ray Brown, by the way. And yeah, we've got a new voice this morning, so it's going to be a busy one.
Loads to do. Join us in a few minutes on Radio Kerry. We hope you have a great Monday. We'll talk to you soon.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Bye.